Jimmy's come down to see what's inside those owl boxes. Fingers crossed. Could it be tawny? Could it be barn? Could it be the big zero? We're both excited, aren't we?
Always excited.
Always excited, because you've got your pole with your camera linked to your phone, and we're about to stick it in one of the nest boxes that you put up earlier in the year, Tawny. Yeah. What do you think?
Fingers crossed. Grace did all the hard work. She put the recorders out and listened for where tawny owls were calling and where we thought we had an active pair. And obviously, because this is quite a young woodland here, obviously we've got these sort of conifers which aren't natural. Well, they don't produce cavities really for tawny owls, so it's a good site for a tawny owl nest.
And we should say by this stage they could be on eggs already.
They should really be on eggs now. Yeah, absolutely. So fingers crossed. We're just going to pop the camera in, and we want to see that sort of caramel or rufous brown head.
Come on, let's go.
I was hoping.
No. Nothing.
Anything in there?
No, no pellets or anything, I don't think.
Yeah, a bit of material at the back there, isn't there?
Yeah. Maybe squirrel though.
Yeah, possibly.
Ah. Well, listen. We've got a couple more boxes to check.
We've got a couple more to check, yes.
So this was just number one.
Yeah.
So we're not disheartened, are we?
No.
I'm not disheartened.
Yeah.
Yet.
We go again.
Come on, let's get to the next one. This is it then.
Let's go and have a look.
Well, hold on, you're banking on this one.
Well,
this is your number one.
Famous last words.
Odds-on favourite.
Let's see whether I'm worth my... We'll have a look at the eggs.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Five.
I've never seen a 5 egg.
Five! I've never seen 5 tawny owl's eggs either. Look at that. Wow, 5. That's extraordinary. What a thing. That is so good, isn't it?
That's fantastic. It's interesting. The other day, someone said to me that they'd got 5 chicks in a nest, and a very early nest.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I've never had that. Never. And I was like, I've had 4 before. But that's in a good year.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic.
Wow. 5.
Yeah. 5.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really
Complete
good.
clutch.
Complete clutch. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I'll tell you. We'll get a little. Do a little video of it.
Okay. Oh, look at that. 5. Amazing. All very clean. A few pellets in there. That's great, isn't it? Well, you were right, weren't you? You were right there, Jimmy.
I just had a feeling.
Yeah, you had a feeling. I like that feeling. Very, very good.
There we go.
Very, very good. That's great. Let's let her get back in then, and we can go and have a look at the other boxes.
Absolutely. I've never had a 5 egger. Yeah, never. And I've done a lot of tawny owls over the years.
Jimmy. Yes, there's another one in there.
Fantastic.
Do you want to come back? Maybe give it a second shot. Just hold it in there a bit longer. Yeah. Okay. Yes, yes, look at that. Look. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Really nice roof has got. Lovely colour. Rusty. Really rusty. I wonder how many eggs she's got. So good, isn't it? So, 2 from 3. 2 out of 3. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's what happens when you work with professionals. Didn't want to say anything. Okay, let's leave her in peace. 2 tawny owls. Come on.
It's good work.
Now look, this is the barn owl box we put up earlier, and we've already seen some activity here with the camera that you've set up, the trap camera. So we know that barn owls have been here.
Yeah, Valentine's Day no less. 14th of February, a barn owl visited 2 or 3 times, and then the next day. So, but it's all gone a bit quiet of late. Yes. Last year was a really bad year for barn owls. The State of Barn Owl Population Report was published literally a few days ago, and across the whole of the UK, breeding pairs were down by 25%.
Right.
So we, you know, the work that's being done here is really critical for the species. So yeah, it's great that a bird has been and visited already off the back of a bad year.
Okay. You'll have a gadget, don't you? You'll have a gadget.
A homemade one, yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
So we monitor barn owl boxes slightly different to tawny owls. So tawny owls, they're in a smaller box. They like a cavity, like a hole in an oak tree. And what I don't like to do is catch tawny owls in the box where they might trample on chicks or crush eggs. Barn owl boxes are bigger, so the birds can move about in the box. So this blocker, basically, it's on an extending fishing pole.
Of course.
And basically we put that blocker against the whole of the box to shut the owls in there, because we want the owls to stay in there. Obviously I've got a licence, a disturbance licence and a ringing licence, so I'd like to check if they're wearing a ring as well, so we know where they've come from. If they haven't got a ring on, we can ring them and put a ring on them. So this works really well for barn owls, blocking them in.
Okay.
Quick check and then leave them alone.
Okay, let's do it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
You'll have to hold the blocker, is that all right, Chris?
I can hold a blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, give me that blocker.
If you can hold that there.
Oh, I've got that blocked, mate.
Well done. I'm going to go and check it, yeah. So it's empty, but there is something up here I want you to come and have a look at.
Okay.
So you can take the blocker out the way.
Oh, nice. Some pellets.
Yeah. Bring them down and we'll have a look, because we also had tawny owl visit this box as well. So
okay. Oh, there's a kestrel pellet here as well.
Brilliant.
A little bit of damp in one corner there, Jimmy.
Right, okay.
Yeah, a little bit of damp. Might have to get the landlord round.
That's not my department. That's the line I'm towing.
Okay, I think I've got most of them.
Great.
Right, here we go.
Now it's your turn to shine.
Okay, well that's kestrel. This is kestrel. They're small, as you can see, and they're primarily, you know, fur, which is, if they were little owl, there would be, you know, beetle, lytra and things like that in there, and feathers. So all of these look like kestrel feathers, kestrel pellets to me. That one's a bit bigger. And that one, of course, is too big for kestrel, so is that one. So that's probably too big for kestrel. So those I'd say were kestrel.
Yep.
And these are definitely owl. And there's bound to be something in there. Looks like a vole.
Yeah.
Little vole skull there. If they're barn owl, they're generally sort of harder. Now, as you know, if they're barn owl, the outside of the pellet is generally quite smooth, where it's been very moist and it's dried and there's a crust on
That's it.
Whereas the tawny owl is a much fluffier pellet. I don't think that is tawny owl. I think that's kestrel as well, actually, to be honest with you. So I think that what we're dealing with here is these. I mean, this could go either way because it's wet. So I'm not going to stick my neck out and say whether that's tawny or barn owl, but I guess. Hold on. There's another. That's a lower jaw.
Lower mandible, yeah.
Yeah, another lower jaw, another vole. Yeah, another vole. Small, young vole. That I don't know. That's a pellet of something.
Yeah, it could be corvid. We have had jackdaws visiting the box as well.
Yeah. Now the thing, you know, again, which you and I know, is that when owls are eating their prey, they tend to swallow it whole or in big chunks. So you get whole skulls in there, and you know, things like that lower jawbone. But when kestrels eat their food, they pull it to pieces. So when it comes to recovering things inside the skull, there's much less likelihood, and you can see that the whole fabric of the pellet is much more dusty and friable, which is again very typical of sort of kestrel pellet. But look, that's great to see, isn't it? Because we've definitely got two species here, no question. Well, we know we've had barn owl.
Yep.
Now we know we've got kestrel.
Yep.
And hold on. No, there is a skull there. It's not bad for a kestrel. Look at that. That's another. You can just see the up part of the skull. Can't look at it that way. Hold on. Let's use a bone just to clear that out there. Yeah, so another vole.
Yeah.
Another vole. So just clear that off. And that we're saying it's a vole because of the pattern of the teeth. What we're looking at there is the other teeth, and when they're ziggy-zaggy with red tops like this, then it's vole. If they've got sort of much more like our molars, cusped, then we know it's a mouse. So one more to go, might as well have a look. So lots more bones you can see there in this kestrel. It's quite a sizable.
Yeah.
There we are. So definitely kestrel, definitely owl spur, but we know barn owl have been in there.
Indeed.
So that's good, isn't it, really? Because both species would use that as a nest.
They absolutely they will, yeah. And that's the primary aim of these nest boxes, is to produce a cavity. You know, whether it's a barn owl, a kestrel, or a tawny owl, they all require cavities to nest in.
There we are. There's a handful of nice stuff for you. Hey?
Thank you very much. That's what I've wanted all my life.
Well, just so put it in a saucepan, boil it, add some seasoning, and then put it on some toast.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go. Bake off, here we come.
That's good though.
It's brilliant. I mean, this is exactly, you know, we've seen the birds on the camera, which is great, and we know obviously from the pellets that they're visiting the box as well. Yeah. So it's really positive.
And there's still time for kestrels to go in.
Absolutely.
And barn owl, in fact.
There is, yeah. So barn owls, you know, I've got some birds that have laid, but they're a month earlier this year. So it's looking like it's going to be hopefully a good year. So we've still got plenty of time.
Fingers crossed for next time. Great to see the owls are making homes in Bowyers Wood. Join us next week when we'll see who's made an appearance on the camera traps.